So this right here is the bar cream dispenser for whipped cream. Now, I don't know what your reasons are for getting one, but I have always wanted one of these. And for me, especially doing the keto / carnivore way of eating, I use a lot of heavy whipping cream. So now to be able to sweeten it with a little bit of stevia and then put it in my coffee, oh my gosh, it's so good. So we're going to talk a little bit about this particular device. This is the box that it comes in. And we're just going to talk about some of the features and how to set it up. I read some of the reviews about this particular device, and there were some people that said they had problems using it. This thing worked perfect for me, and I love it. I drank about half of it. So, for starters, I just took this out of the refrigerator. So just to give you an idea, this is where your fluid or your cream dispenses out of. This screws on, this attachment here screws on. And they give you several attachments in this little bag that comes with it. So in this bag, I'm going to show you each attachment. Now some of these I haven't figured out how to use them. I'm not a big whipping cream nozzle person, but if you look at the nozzles, you can see there's another one that's very similar to the one that's on there. If you look at the nozzles, you can see there's this one, which is very similar to this one, and you have this one as well. They also give you two nozzles like these. Now, maybe some of you experts out there can explain what these are for. I mean, maybe to write on something, or, you know, that's what they look like, or maybe to, you know what, I just figured it out. These are to inject into like a cupcake if you're putting whipped cream inside of a cake or something. That makes perfect sense, because if you look at it closely, you can see how it's tapered. It's tapered to actually slice right into a cupcake or something, and you can fill the cupcake with a flavored cream. Pretty cool. So you get this size, you get this size, and they give you a smaller version of each of the ones I just showed you, plus they give you a little brush to clean out nozzle areas once you're done using it. So this particular canister is probably about, I would say about 9 or 10 inches tall between the top of the bottle and the bottom. This thing holds, for those of you that use liters, 0.5 liters, which is a standard US pint. So if you buy those little 16-ounce bottles of creamer, heavy whipping cream, this is perfect. You can literally almost fill it up. Now, what the manufacturer does say, if you're using this, make sure you put your solids in first and then your liquids, so that you can break it up so it doesn't clog the end of your nozzles. So this portion right here, I'm not going to take it off because I put it on earlier. It's still under pressure. But this part here is where you actually unscrew it, and you will have to buy these little CO2 canisters. These don't come with it. These are extra. I was able to find this particular brand. I won't say the brand name, but I was able to find these little cartridges you get 10 for about 15 bucks. So the way it works is, once you take this off, you slide the cartridge in. When the cartridge is in, it'll be in there in that position. So this will be face down. And what will happen is, once you start screwing this on, you will hear a hissing sound to let you know that the CO2 is engaged. Now, you already have your fluid in. Your fluid goes in first, and then you put your canister, CO2 canister on. And then once you get it good and tight, all you do is you shake it. Shake it up and down. I have a cup here, and I'm going to show you how easy this works. I saw a review where a lady was saying the first time she did it, she was having a hard time. Now, this does come with a manual that has several different languages. I think it's English, Italian, French, Dutch, several, United Kingdom, USA. So it's like a page or two, which kind of explains the whole process. I'm just explaining it just to make it a little bit easier. If you follow the instructions to fill this thing up first, leave a little bit of space in there. I used it earlier. I put the heavy whipping cream in there, and I put a little bit of sweetener in there and a little bit of vanilla, shook it up. Awesome. So we're going to turn this over now that I've shaken it up, and put this in the cup so you can actually see it come out. So now if you see it squirting out like that, I'm probably getting low because I used a lot of it. So as you can see, it makes great tasting whipped cream. Now I'm actually at the bottom of this canister because I know you're probably thinking, you drank that much cream. Well, when I first did it today, I only filled this up to about here. It wasn't until after I read further that I discovered that you can put a full 16 ounces in here. So in the future, I'm going to use the whole bottle of heavy whipping cream, because here's the caveat. This little canister that's just in here, I just ran out. So I need to unscrew this. You'll hear another hissing sound if you're listening. So you basically get one canister for every full can of whipping cream. So for example, if you take a 16-ounce can of heavy whipping cream and you fill this container up and you put a brand new cartridge in there, this thing is going to run out when this runs out. Okay, so they're not made to last again and again and again. So you will have to replace the canister every time you make another can of whipped cream if you use the can. Like I said, with this one, I actually made it. You can put it in the refrigerator, and as you can see, the cream is still good. So, but overall, this is made by Bars, or B-A-R-S. I love this thing, and I'm telling you, if you're in the market for one of these, it's just one of those little gadgets that you've always wanted. This thing is awesome. Like I said, my only negative thing would be the fact that you can only use one of these per bottle, because what ends up happening is, so for example, let's say I told you I got 10 of these for $15, and I'm going to be looking for sales because I like using heavy whipping cream to make my whipped cream. But if you could get these at a discount, that would be awesome. That would be my only negative, the fact that these don't come with it and you have to keep replenishing these as long as you continue to want to make cream. So anyway, click that link, check it out. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Check you on the next one.